Performing stock market research can be pretty daunting if you don't know what you're doing, and it can take quite a bit of time. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can take advantage of AI to implement it into your stock routine. I'm going to show you a series of prompts that I find to be helpful in Derive AI, and I feel like just these questions alone can really kind of give me direction to which way I want to trade, which investments I want to make. And I honestly feel had I been utilizing this sooner, I would have so much more time as well as more mental bandwidth to actually sit through and make the proper decisions I need to make for my trades. Real quick before we get into it, if you haven't already taken advantage of it and are interested in getting up to 30 free stocks as well as an 8.1 APY on all your uninvested cash, be sure to check out the Moomer referral link down below in the description. And without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so today we're going to be taking a look at Derive AI. If you don't already have an account and you would like to try it for free, be sure to go to deriveai.co/Matthew with 2 T's and sign up and get your free trial. And now that we've got that all done, I'm going to log in. And in this video, we're going to specifically be focused on this feature right here, that IDA AI chat. So I'm going to click on that. And if you don't know what IDA is going to be our trading assistant. Ada is pretty much a AI trading chatbot. So pretty much here to answer all our questions. One thing to be aware of whenever using IDA, there are going to be 3 modes to use are in. So there's going to be a flash mode, which is going to give you kind of faster answers with less depth. There is depth mode that's going to give you a little bit more. And then there is also going to be reason mode, which is going to give you more detail. For the sake of this video, just because sometimes things can take a little bit longer, I'm going to be using depth mode. And then from here, I'm going to be showing you kind of the questions and the prompts that I like to run through when I'm using IDA. These questions are something that I've more recently come into, but ever since, I find this to be a very efficient way to gather information about the markets and find stocks that I normally wouldn't look up myself. If that sounds good to you, hey, here they are. All right, so first question is going to be what companies have earnings today. Me looking, just by me asking what companies have earnings, these are companies I may either want to stay away from or deal with. So I'm going to ask that question, hit enter, and now IDA is thinking, doing a little analysis. And right here we can see that Riot has earnings, Clean Energy Fuels, Cleveland Cliffs, and this one company I don't quite know how to pronounce. These weren't any companies I was personally interested in, so I'm going to move on to the next question. So the next question that I like to ask is, what economic events should I be on the lookout for today? And this is typically what I start with. So going on, you can see the date, you can see kind of everything. So before IDA, I would just go to forexfactory.com. Now forexfactory.com, I will go to Earnings Whisper, and I will go to a lot. But now I get all of this in the same chat. So kind of looking at it, nothing from the US today, but looking at it, we got Eurozone will complete its CPI today, and then we got a Japan holiday, and it's not really an economic report, but it's something to know. The next question I'd like to ask is, what are the 3 top non-ETF moving stocks this morning? I like to say non-ETF because I don't just want to know about the SPY and the QQQ. So with this, I can see that some of the top movers today, I can see Uber, CrowdStrike, DraftKings. I can see kind of their percent change. I can see their volume. And it's also nice to see the volume because that's not something you typically just see on the charts. The next question I find myself liking to ask is, what is the current market sentiment? If you haven't noticed already, I haven't been typing these. I already have these kind of copies and pasted to a notepad, and I just copy and paste them every morning. So when it comes to the current market sentiment, I can see that the overall market sentiment is slightly bearish, and it also gives me all this information too. It lets me know about the S&P 500, the Dow, as well as the small cap. So this is the majority of what I want to know. I want to know, for instance, if the small caps are trending up, I want to know. Majority, if the S&P 500 is going down and the small caps are trending up, I would like to know that, because that alerts me to the fact that, hey, might be some rotation. Maybe take some money out of these stocks, put them into these. And these last two questions are my absolute favorite questions to ask. This one right here is probably the most useful to me. So there, I'm going to share it with you. All right. So the question is, what stocks are currently overbought or oversold on the 4-hour time frame? And right here, you can kind of see these are oversold right here. Alibaba, Pinduoduo, CrowdStrike, and when I see that they're oversold on the 4-hour time frame, first thing I want to do is I actually want to check in the chart. So let's actually do a quick check. All right, so looking at Baba, so Alibaba is selling off hard. It's not completely oversold on the 4-hour chart. I think it kind of depends on how you're looking at it, but on the day, very oversold. If I looked on the 1-hour, very oversold, but not quite on the 4-hour. Going on, looking at PDD, let's see. So once again, this one is selling very hard as well. And then last but not least, we had, what was it, Crowd? All right, so this one's oversold even on the 4-hour. And yeah, we can see all the selling pressure. We can see everything going on here. And I really just love this question is personally one of my favorites, because I am able to find the stocks that have moved the most extreme, because usually when you get these strong moves in one direction, even if the other move isn't as strong, there is going to be a strong move in the opposite direction to kind of compensate a little bit. So I really love to take advantage of this. And one last question that maybe isn't so much for me, but I still find to be interesting to ask is, are there any politician stock trades that I might be interested in? Hey, let's see. All right, so looking at them, I see Richard Allen and Thomas Keene. They both purchased stock within the past week, or disclosed that they purchased stock within the past week. But if I'm being real, I personally don't care, because neither of them are Nancy. So I'll leave it alone. But this is good to know. A lot of the times I find out about the Nancy stock plays like a day after everyone else does, and I'm kind of late to the scene. Because of this, I'm now there when it happens. So that right there is how I like to use AI to help me do market research. I've tried to do this before with ChatGPT, but I found out the information they were giving me wasn't accurate. The cool thing about Derive AI is they actually search the internet for current relevant information. You could see we had information from today, we had information from last week, and knowing that I'm actually getting accurate information and an accurate reading of the charts without me having to send screenshots and send it back just saves me so much time. So once again, if you're interested in signing up and trying it out for free or getting the full version, be sure to go to deriveai.co/Matthew. That's Matthew with 2 T's, in order to sign up so you can try this yourself. And if you already have it, be sure to say those questions, because they may just save your life. If you haven't already and are interested in getting up to 30 free stocks, be sure to check out the Moomoo link down below in the description. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything, be sure to smash the like button. If for some reason you're new here and haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so that you don't miss any future content. And last, but certainly not least, thank you so much for watching. Matthew Manuel signing off, and I want to change your life.